Welcome back to Mirror Readings. I'm Molly, and we're talking about the pathways right now. We're about to get into the pathway of karma that takes us from our attraction sphere to our IQ, which is our intelligence quotient. And this is all part of the Venus sequence, which is about opening our heart and our relationships. So let's get into it. If you haven't watched my previous pathway video about Dharma, I highly recommend that because there's a giveaway in there that my personal definitions of Dharma and karma differ from the traditional Hindu definitions and certainly from the Gene Keys definitions. I still think there's value to this perspective, okay, even if we're not following the book to the letter. So to me, karma is like the default algorithm. Karma is going to serve up whatever experiences and lessons our souls need for their correction. But Dharma is what we access. Again, this is all in my less than humble opinion. Dharma is what we access when we start becoming proactive about our spiritual development and we choose lessons. We choose relationships. We choose situations. We choose things to move towards or away from that are going to give us those lessons that we need for our soul's corrections. Also on the path of Dharma, we're going to be able to learn lessons through other people by being empathetic, by opening our hearts and our ears to listen to what they're going through. We can actually get lessons from their suffering so we don't have to go through similar suffering ourselves. So this pathway of karma connects our attraction sphere to our IQ, which is our intelligence quotient. Anytime we're going through the mind, we're gonna bump up against the ego. And the ego, to me, kind of functions just like that karmic algorithm does, where its whole job is to protect you. It's not able to adhere to any type of emotional logic or nuance. It's just being reactive. I think in that same way, karma is doing the same thing, but it's serving us up different experiences of reality that accomplish the same purpose of getting us where we need to go. So whereas the ego is protecting us, right, and keeping us insulated, karma is pushing us out. All right, our ego will keep us in our comfort zone and we'll fight to the death to ensure it. But karma is going to kick our ass right out of that comfort zone because that's what we need to evolve, right? So as we're confronting the IQ along this path of karma, moving from the attraction sphere to the IQ, we are going up against the mind. So we're inherently going to hit those same blocks that come out from the default algorithmic behavior of karma. Did that make any fucking sense? I hope it did. And if it didn't, let's just move past it. What I'm trying to say is that as we move along this pathway of karma, we're gonna hit ego. TLDR. I know there's been relationships that I've had in the past that I've been ashamed of. I've been ashamed of how I behaved or what kind of behavior I tolerated from the other person. But that's not helping. We have to have grace with ourselves and realize that relationships are how we evolve. And when we're willing to stick with a difficult relationship, we're learning a lot. It can look bad from the outside or even from the inside, but we know that we're in the game. And being in the game is how we access our gift frequencies. It's the karmic shadows. It's our shadows bumping up against each other. And when we're in the game, we're growing, we're learning, we're opening our heart according to the Venus sequence. But whether our heart opens by willful spiritual growth, was that the right word? Willing spiritual growth or by brute force, your heart's going to open, all right? So take a look at the shadow frequencies of your attraction sphere and of your IQ because those are going to have a very particular relationship that's heavily karmic and it's all designed to open our hearts. This pathway of karma, these shadows ask us to look at where we're projecting all over our partner or whatever the person is who's in front of us, whatever their relationship is to us, where we're projecting all over them to the point where they don't even exist. All we see is our own projections. Working with the Venus sequence kind of requires us to accept this premise up front, that when we're in this default ego shadow state, that's what we're doing. We don't really see the person we love. We just see our ideas of what they could or should be. Guilty. Done it. All right, so let me just read you this part from the book because this seems really important. The power of one in relationships. So one aspect of karma is that although it binds two people together, the initial transformation work is often only tackled by one partner. And in my next relationship, it won't be me. Maybe it'll be both of us. We'll see. It's usually me. If the teaching is correctly followed and embodied, then the other partner will experience a simultaneous opening. So typically one partner is more aware than another of a particular issue. This isn't true across the board, but a lot of times it's the woman, okay, or the more feminine leaning partner holds the spirituality. They're the ones who are holding all of those lessons, and when they start doing their spiritual work, there's like an opening that happens for the other partner where all of a sudden they make a lot of progress spiritually in a short period of time. But certainly wanting your partner to change is not the reason to do the work. Trying to change anyone never works, but you already know that, right? I know, I've learned that lesson a billion times. What else do we need to say about this one? Okay, so the Venus sequence, which this pathway of karma is part of, is an interior path in which you quietly observe your own behavior reflected in the mirror of your partner. So this is huge. We can't figure out what our karma is and what our soul's correction is, what lessons we need to learn, unless we have the mirror of other people in front of us. And it can be hard to look in the mirror if it's showing us something that we don't want to see. But this is absolutely essential to our evolution. Y'all already know what it is. Sticking with the karmic process usually resolves any relationship. It can mean that the relationship sticks or that it's just really easy for both people to let go. But when we stick with it, we have the benefit of knowing that next time the relationship that gets called into our attraction field is going to be of a way higher frequency. As we stabilize more in our gifts naturally, we attract partners who are more stable in their gifts. So that's the pathway of karma. I'm Molly, and thank you so much for visiting my channel. You're watching Mirror Readings, and if you'd like to get a Gene Keys reading from me, please visit my website, mirrorreadings.com, and subscribe to this channel to save 15% on all my offerings.